Yo, what's up, guys? This is Warren with the Scoop Squad here with the top 8 deck profile with
Mike Schmidt.
And what did you do this weekend?
I took 7th place at the Arizona Regionals with Nekroz.
Awesome. Let's get in this deck profile.
All right. So I got triple Manju, triple Senju, triple Unicorn, triple Valk. Some people only play 2 of this. I don't really know why. My opinion is best card in the deck. Trish is your power play, but this is what makes the deck go.
Alrighty, alright.
2 Bionic.
Baroni.
2 Colossalus. I really feel like you need the second one. I know some people in the past have only ran 1. I really like running the 2 because it gets you to that first spell, and you need your second one if you're trying to do a Jin lock.
Okay.
1 Decisive Armor. This card was really MVP this weekend. A lot of people don't run it. I don't know why. Pseudo-Ana, Pseudo-Collude effect. It's huge as shit. People often don't have a way to get over it. Just a good card. 1 Trishula, your power play. 2 Shrit. 1 Jin. Triple Maxi.
How's that work for you?
In this format right now, I think Maxi is a must in the main deck. With the amount of special summoning that you do, if you end up playing against a deck like Burning Abyss, or I played my last round of the tournament, I played Spiritual Beast. I really had no idea what the deck did, so I just dropped Maxi and then summoned my hand and OTK'd them pretty much.
Good shit.
1 Exile Force.
How's that for you?
This was a last minute change for me. I went to a local card shop and found a play set of them, and so I just decided to pick all 3 of them up. They gave them to me for like 50 cents.
Good shit.
This card was absolutely clutch in so many matches that I played it. I added the Jin lock game 1 against Rosti. I also managed to break through a Vanity's Fiend. I also broke through Vanity's Emptiness on the field with a Satellar Knight player. Just summoning it and then popping his monster, break the Vanity's Emptiness, and be able to go off in the second main phase.
Awesome.
I played the full Rhoda engine. It's just an engine to the deck. It gets you to your Jin out, gets you with Brio at 2 now. It's really an engine card for the deck and an absolutely must. Occasionally, I sided it out depending on what the matchup was, or if I was siding out like my Exiled Force. Otherwise, I always kept it in at 3. I played Double Dark Hole and Raigeki as my Jin outs and as my board clears. Shadows are real, and the Soul Charge plays that they can do, or even like Call the Haunted plays or the Falco plays, once that Shikanaga or that Construct comes back from the graveyard, it's really dangerous to our deck because Unicorn doesn't stop it anymore, Brianna can't bounce it.
Yep.
It doesn't matter if you Soul Charge back the field if I just Dark Hole it.
Got it.
Another last minute change is I decided to play triple MST in the main deck. Even with Vanities at 1 right now, this card is still very important because I don't want to outright lose to someone just flipping Vanity's Emptiness, and I also don't want to lose to people flipping up Mistake or if I get Fiendish Chained, and I'm still very aware of the fact that even with what Clyford have right now, they're still a dangerous deck. 1 Preparites, then 2 of each of the Mirrors, and 1 Vanity's Emptiness.
Is that 40 cards in the main?
42 cards.
42 cards.
Yeah, I tested out the Upstart version of the deck with Solemn Scolding. I didn't get enough time to test it. I really felt like the deck revolved too much around the Jin lock, and I'd rather just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Than to do Jin locks.
Alright, let's go to the side deck.
Side deck, we got 2 Fire, 2 Ice. These were fantastic. Breaks through Satellar Knights, breaks through Clyford. These cards are really good because with Satellar Knights, when Ice Hand and Fire Hand stopped seeing play, which was the time that Satellar Knights came out, it wasn't because of Satellar Knights, it was because of Shadows. Window was what stopped them, and when they set all that back row and play that 1 to Neb, you can clear through so much of their board and gain so much advantage off of them, because if they don't have their traps, they can't win.
Got it.
2 Mirror the Ice Barrier. This card was kind of a last-minute addition, mostly because it happened to me at my locals, and it really sucked. I like the card. However, the mirror match is now Danko your opponent to stop Mind Crushes and to stop whatever else that your opponent might have down. And the only time that I resolved this was against in the mirror match, and he chained his Mirror Ice Barrier that he had in his hand. So it really didn't do me any good except for lose me the game. 2 Mind Crush. This card is stupid. It should be banned. You get to look at your opponent's hand. If you have multiples, which I did against Clyford, like he went Summer's Art. I called a scout out, looked at his hand, saw the other Summer's Art in there, and just called that one out. It's stupid.
Got it.
2 Danko Seka. I wouldn't be surprised if this card went the way of Thunder King. It's really powerful. There's not much more to be said than that. I kind of wish that I had ran it at 3, but I didn't. 2 Typhoon. This card's really interesting because you can Secret Village of Spellcasters with it, or the Mistake Spell Canceller lock. It didn't really come up too much for me. It just ended up being just a second MST. And then Triple Decree. This card's broke. I've always never liked back row decks. I don't really play back row decks. It's really funny when people just set 5 and pass, and then you flip up Decree on them, and the look on their face of like, oh shit, you're Nekroz. I decided out my MSTs because I'm an idiot.
Good shit.
The one thing that I regret the most is I really wish that I ran Valor in my side deck, because Danko's real in the mirror match, and rather than have back row, I'd rather just be able to Valor their Trish plays or Valor their Valk plays so I can Trish them.
Got it. Around the extra.
Extra, 2 Herald, 1 Ojama King. I love this card, and it's I like having a level 6 because when I play against decks like Satellars or Burning Abyss, sometimes the game just gets out of your control and they have a lot of advantage on you and they have their extra deck on the board, and then you could just Kaleido and Nebrio and just bounce their shit away, and then the game's pretty much over because they just lost all their advantage. 1 Dragon Master Knight, best card in the format. 1 Daigusto. I didn't have 2. I would have loved to have 2, but I barely managed to get a hold of this one. Everyone's kind of hoarding them right now. Exciting Knight. This card is amazing against Yosenju's. He had, in my first round play, he had 4 back row, and I decreed it, made Exton Knight, blew him out, and then set another decree from my hand. It was just hilarious, and the game was over at that point. Carnagorgon. This was a last-minute addition. Shout out to my friend Kyle Millay for telling me to play this card. It protected my decree against the Tellers, which was a huge deal because he just had way too much back row, and I managed to just keep the decree on board to help me win the game.
Nice.
Castel, because it's Castel. Diamond Crab King, out to killer. Not much more to say there. If you don't have the decisive armor, it's just a way to crash into killer. It's a real card. Abyss Dweller, Ragna Zero, Diamond Dire Wolf, Cowboy for game, Lava Lava Chain, and then Raft City. Raft City's great in the mirror.
Alright, so what's good about the deck?
It's the best deck. I mean, it searches itself, it fixes its hands. You could have a bad hand and you could top deck 1 card and then you could OTK your opponent.
What's bad about the deck?
Floodgates. Floodgates are real, and I don't like them, and I don't like back row, so I play things to stop back row. I kind of came to the conclusion last couple weeks at locals, I went from winning all the time with the deck to not, because I was trying different things with the deck and the sideboard. I decided that the best thing to do was go with a mindset of I have the best deck, and I just need to stop people from stopping me to play my deck, and then I'll win the game. And that's what happened.
Alright, any shout-outs in this video?
Shout-outs to the Tan Clan. That's my fam right there. You know, the thing with... the other thing is I just want to say that playing the hands of Nekroz is fantastic because it's always great to pass the hand.
Alright, this is the Scoop Squad signing out.